Welcome, my beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Rambling Psychic Podcast. So today we're going to continue with our series where we're talking about each sign's moon sign and what that means. So let's just talk real quick about what the moon sign is. So the moon in astrology represents your emotional core, your instincts, your comfort, and your subconscious reactions. When it's in Gemini, an air sign ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication and intellect, these traits become central to your being. By the way, I am also a Gemini moon, so hopefully I will relate. Well, I already do relate to a lot of it. So let's break it down a little bit. So intellectual and curious emotional nature. Your emotional security comes from mental stimulation and learning. You have a curiosity and a constant desire to gather information, explore new ideas, and understand how things work. You feel most comfortable when your mind is engaged, whether through reading, talking, or let's say researching diverse topics, something that piques that interest, piques that mind. Communication and your expressiveness. You process your emotions primarily through thought and communication. Talking about your feelings, analyzing them, or even journaling helps you to understand more on what you're experiencing. You often are witty, charming, and skilled at articulating your thoughts, making you an excellent communicator. You are adaptable. Like the ever-shifting winds, your emotions can be fluid and quick to change. I know that. With myself, you adapt easily to new situations, people, and environments. This versatility really allows you to thrive in various settings. It can also lead to a restless nature as you seek, as you seek more, let's just say. You, my friend, are a social butterfly. You thrive in social settings and enjoy connecting with a wide variety of people. You love to exchange ideas and you learn from other people's perspectives, which is beautiful. You're open to hearing other people's perspectives. You're often the life of the party, but your connections, while broad, might not always be deep, intimate, as you prefer to keep things intellectually engaging rather than emotionally. You can be prone to restlessness or boredom. Your mind needs constant stimulation. If things become too stagnant, routine, or predictable, you can easily become bored, anxious, or restless. Boy, I can claim that. This can lead to a tendency to jump from one interest or project to another, always seeking something new to engage your active mind. So, duality and multitasking. The symbol of Gemini is the twins, and this duality often manifests in your emotional landscape. You might feel pulled in different directions, juggle multiple interests, or have a tendency to see all sides of an issue, which can sometimes lead to indecisiveness. Excuse me, I'm saying that word wrong. It's interesting because I feel like when I'm doing my readings, and maybe it is my Gemini moon, it does allow me to see both sides of the coin, all the perspectives. But anyway, so back to you. Intellectualizing your emotions. While you have emotional intelligence, you tend to internalize your feelings rather than feeling them deeply in a raw sense. You might analyze, discuss, or rationalize your emotions, which can sometimes make you seem detached or prevent you from fully connecting with deeper emotional needs. Anxiety and nervous energy. The restlessness, the overthinking mind can sometimes lead to anxiety, nervousness, or scattered feelings if not given, let's say, the proper outlets for expression and engagement. Gemini Moon, I feel like when something piques your interest, you should follow that, because it's like your guides know that it has to come through, like you want to discover it. And so I feel like don't be afraid of like going, or if something piques your interest, I would say follow that. Alright, so anyways, let's talk about Gemini Moon in love. So in love and relationships, the Gemini Moon prioritizes mental connections and freedom, shaping how you seek intimacy and emotional fulfillment. So the mind first connection. For Gemini Moon, the intellect is the primary point of attraction. You fall in love with minds, ideas, and engaging conversations. A partner who can stimulate you mentally, challenge your thoughts, and keep the dialogue flowing is incredibly attractive to you. The thrill of discovery. You approach romance with curiosity and a desire to explore. The early stages of a relationship filled with getting to know someone's thoughts, experiences, and perspectives are particularly exciting to you. You enjoy uncovering new facets of your partner's mind. Variety is key. Routine is the enemy of romance for the Gemini Moon. You thrive on new experiences shared with your partner and a relationship that's constantly evolving. This doesn't mean a lack of loyalty, but rather a need for the relationship to feel dynamic and intellectually stimulating. That's what prevents the boredom. Communication as intimacy for you. Deep, lively. And it's interesting, we keep going back to communication, but we want to remember that Mercury is your ruler. So anyways, communication. Deep, lively, and engaging conversations are an important form of intimacy for you. You want to talk about everything and anything, from your day and dreams to abstract concepts and current events. A partner who is an excellent listener and equally enthusiastic is critical. So, friendship as a foundation. Your romantic relationships often grow out of a strong friendship. Keep that in mind. You need to feel like your partner is also your best friend, someone you can truly confide in, laugh with, and explore the world alongside with. You have this you have a light heart and playfulness. You appreciate a playful approach to romance. Overly intense declarations, or let's say heavily emotional demands, might make you feel uncomfortable or even trapped. You prefer a partner who can share your humor and keep things from becoming too serious too quickly. Interesting. You do have a need for personal space and freedom. Even in a committed relationship, a Gemini moon needs their intellectual space and a sense of independence. I totally understand this. A partner who is overly clingy, or let's say demanding of constant attention can feel very stifling to you. You need to feel trusted and free to pursue your own interest. I feel like if someone comes between you and your interest, chances are your interests are going to stay. So, you express your affection verbally. You are likely to express affection through words, compliments, engaging in stimulating conversations, sharing interesting articles, or even playful teasing. While physical intimacy is important, the verbal and mental connection often take the lead. So let's talk about just a few of the potential challenges in love for the Gemini moon. So emotional depth versus analysis. You might try to internalize your emotions rather than fully experiencing and expressing them, which can sometimes make partners feel like a lack of deep emotional vulnerability. It keeps them wondering. Commitment anxiety. The desire for variety can sometimes translate into a fear of being trapped, or it reminds me of the Eight of Swords in the Tarot, or losing your independence without a committed relationship. You might take time to commit or need reassurance that commitment won't mean sacrificing your freedom. You can certainly have restlessness as it relates to love if the intellectual connection in a relationship wanes and it becomes too predictable. A Gemini moon can become restless and look for stimulation, potentially causing, let's say, instability in the partnership. So, in essence, having a Gemini moon means your comfort and emotional well-being are linked to mental engagement, communication, and adaptability. In both life and love, you seek stimulation, variety, and the freedom to explore, making you a fascinating, dynamic, and ever-curious individual. Don't change that. Don't change that for anyone. So, this is our Gemini Moon. Gemini Moon, you are now known. I want to thank you all. Please use the comment section. Let me know of any future shows that you'd like to see. I had someone who really wants me to do a show on the connection between the signs. Let's say, let's start with Aries. What signs are Aries good with and what signs are Aries maybe not so good with. So we will do that after we do all the moon signs. So I hope you look forward to that. But I'd love to hear if you have a Gemini moon. Do you relate to this? If you are, let's say, into a Gemini moon, do you relate to this? So any of your comments, I just thank you. I love you. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.